he didn't. So I saw the small pot. I was like, I just need it for vapor, nothing more. It's not like I have a towel over my head and everything else. So, um, yeah. And it was okay for some people and not okay for some. And if you didn't like it, you could have just said so. That's another thing. And the thing is, because you saw me use it, because another person was due there who I had spoken to about, like, oh, I need to steam my face. And the dude was like, steam your face. And I think when you saw me do it, it's like, okay, so you just want the vapor. Like the same way somebody, when they are cooking a pot of rice, how they will get like some steam on their face, something like that. So he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I get it. So it's not like you're on there and you have a thing. So it's not what he was thinking it was. But obviously people can see that it's not that, it's just me like literally doing this and then I just want the steam to hit my face. So I asked for a pot, and if you had such a big problem with it, then why are you even using that pot, that small pot? Because you clearly don't have to. So yeah, I think, well, Ilana always makes a fuss. Again, one of her letters was her talking about that, and I've seen her wardrobe. And one of the other things that have happened, because um, I sometimes clean the bathrooms and also obviously a user of the bathroom as well. I've seen somebody like walk out and I knew it was them who left like some fecal matter, let's say, poop, bits of poop on the thing. But I don't even remember who it was because I didn't see the necessity to call them out on that. It was more on just go in, just clean it and move on. Like, I did not have like a reason to try and pick a fight with them about such a thing, because I was like, okay, fine, it's fine, it happened. I don't really think they're proud of themselves, but because I really don't want to supercharge negative energy, I just, either you go in and you leave it, maybe somebody else will take care of it, or perhaps that same person, or you're going to go in and clean it yourself and then use the facility. So, so I find that some people don't know what hypocrisy is sometimes. And they like, again, to make up a certain idea of you because they are looking for reasons to hate you. Bringing me to also the Don. There's a bit of friction between me and the Don. Like, I've seen how sly Don was, but I've always like kept my lips shut because it's for me to observe, for me to know better for myself. So he has these jokes where he's like, excuse my vulgar, futek, whatever, right? And it's like, there's a truth behind everything, right? And I was like, you're a little too consistent with this. Like, that's the only way we've actually known each other. Like, you making those rude jokes. So, okay, I'm pretty aware that I don't think you like me. Cool, fine. So it was after Ashay was on the radio, right? And Uliema had a bit of a crash out because they were talking about, it was between him and Melly. Yeah, they were talking about her laziness and all of that. And I remember also saying, like, yeah, she's lazy. Just own it, I'm lazy, and move on. The end. And then she was kind of feeling a type of way, obviously, because it was Ashay. And she had another problem with who. She then says, I have a problem. It's not really Ashay, it's who he's talking to, Melly. And obviously she has a problem with Melly because Melly is with me. But anyway, so I say to Ashay, if she comes for you, you need to ask, why were you sitting in the corner crying when your friend Neliswa ended up, because you guys are in a clique, ended up violating somebody physically? And for me, that's not a good friend. A good friend grounds you, and they make sure that you don't do things that are going to get you disqualified. You play a healthy game. It's a conversation I also had with Q. They play a healthy game. Don't do that. It's also how I try to ground Bravo as well. And I said, hey, don't do anything that's going to get you out of those doors the wrong way. Right? I'm your friend. Don't do that. I would hate that for you, and it's not going to happen as long as I'm here. So I say that to Ashay. Right, I'm like, if Lema comes for you, just ask her why was she sitting in the corner. She's obviously not traumatized because Lema is loud, number one. She loves noise, she loves drama, she loves to be in people's business. Cool, whatever, you do you. So the Don then says, don't talk about, I'm literally saying something that could have saved his girlfriend, right? And then he wants to take it the wrong way because already he's looking for reasons to hate me, right? For me, cool. Because all I'm saying is Liam. I'm not vilifying Uneliswa here again because she's accountable for her own actions. She shouldn't have done that. You don't need other parties to stop you. But the friend could have tried. And here's the thing I have also about the Don. After the operation separation, you saw how your girl was moving because we kind of spoke about it. And the boys were like, "Oh, we seeing certain types of a certain type of way. The girls are moving. Oh my goodness, we are disappointed. Blah 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 blah." If you were truly a great boyfriend, why did you pull Nellis aside and say, "Baby, I'm not here to tell you what you should do, but this is just a word of advice to you, or because I care about you, I'll say this. The way you're moving, it's going to get you into trouble. Think about that." That's all. He could have said that. He could have been specific because I don't really know the nature and how deep their relationship was. I don't really know. None of my business. But I do know that they were together, and he could have said that to her and could have saved her from actually getting disqualified. So instead, he exerted all of that anger towards Q, etc., blah, 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 and he's looking for other people to blame. Meanwhile, he could also sit in a position of saying, "Yo, I could have really spoken to Unele so that way she would not popped off like that and would have understood that let me focus on my game. Let me not interfere with the business that is not mine. She would still be in this house." So the Don decided to hate me for telling Ashe, "You could ask Uliema, why did she not stop her friend as a good friend?" Okay. So for me, it was like, get away. I'm really not interested. And then we see how he's moving, like he's with the clique, whatever. And then I think he's the only guy that actually nominated me, like on the day. Like Tandega is rude, basically using the same thing that Uneliswa used, saying, "Oh, Tandega," the time it was it was face to face, nominations another time. She was like, "Yeah, Tandega is rude. She doesn't know how to talk to people." So, and for me, it's like, I'm rude. I don't know how to talk to people, but you are rude enough to actually hit people. I'm sorry. Anyway, because I told you facts. That's it. Because that's what you don't like. And what else? Hold on. In regards to the dog, oh, so basically he uses the same situation. And another thing is, sorry, Rachel, I have to say this. During nominations, people are literally using me and Q as scapegoats. Like, if we've been nominated twice already, change the names. Because the clique is trying not to offend each other because they still rely on each other and they try to take me out so that they can then deal with each other. And they think that eviction, putting somebody up for eviction is a solution to something. It's not a solution to anything. Like, I would like to see some proper game and stop getting emotional about who picked you, etc. Blah blah blah. Like, let's hear some interesting reasons as well as to why you pick someone. Like when I nominated Didi, I nominated her because I wanted to give her a clap back about her telling me that a man should be telling me what to do. Meanwhile, Umeli and I have already said, "Don't stop me, don't interfere in my business. It's not going to work. I'm not going to do the same," and I don't. The end. I didn't even stop him the time he was fighting with Didi, right? Because it's his own thing, and he's justified in feeling the way that he feels. So, anyway, they use us as scapegoats, and I'm so glad, big sister and big brother, that you saw through it, and we are all standing. Because I was like, oh my lord, they are sitting here and they're just going to say, "Q, Tande, Q, Tande, Q, Tande." And these girls don't even like each other. They don't even like each other. Because Ukadlaza, Ilona basically was offended by the amount of letters she received. And mind I say, I've said this before. I've said that Ilano does the makeup thing as it was to buy the girls. Yes, she loves makeup, but it was to buy the girls. And it worked. So when she didn't get the letters, like especially positive ones that are thanking you, she literally said, "I expected this." Very transactional. If you're doing something out of the goodness of your heart, you don't exactly expect people to thank you, right? So that actually shows they actually use each other. It's just crazy. So for me, it's like these people. So I'd like to see some proper game. I think the one. Okay, I've covered all the other things. Oh yeah, by the way, big sister, can I just ask also? Hold on a second. Big brother had asked me to reflect. This is really important. about that, being reminded that he's not my equal and stuff. And I like immediately reflected on it. And it seems to be happening around the time of PMS or around the time I have my period. And I think maybe I'm just a bit, not maybe, I am more demanding because of the pain and the way that I'm feeling. Yeah, so I've reflected. I just want to also know, I'm a bit lost about it. Could he maybe tell me the other pointers, because I'm really interested in knowing what they are so that I may be able to adjust them? Because I really did go and reflect. I was like, okay, the last time I had this conversation with Big Brother, and I even received a punishment, right? Not specific just for that, but it was like a whole cluster of other things. But it was one of them, that the way maybe I spoke to Big Brother or maybe said something he didn't appreciate. That's why I even apologized even way after. I was like, I get that, because I was like reflecting. I get that when I'm PMSing, I kind of get a certain way and stuff like that because of the pain and yeah, da 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 da. But I think it's from like the period, like me kind of getting to a point where I demanded the medication after a few hours. Yeah, but I think so. I think that's one of the reasons. So I'd really love for Big Brother, after my reflection, if there's anything that I'm leaving out, to just be direct, because I would really love to apologize for it, and also to make the necessary adjustments, and to also be, or I don't know if my next period is going to find me here, but if it does, I will adjust and be less demanding. And yeah, because I think also the way he spoke to me also showed that I really did try. It wasn't like the first time, because yeah, the first time was really bad. So yeah, I wasn't, yeah. So yeah, could you do that for me, please?
Tande, the Big Sister has noted your request and will relay the message to Big Brother.
Thank you, Big Sister. And one more thing before I leave, one more thing. I would like to know the first time Melly and I kissed. Yeah, I think that's important. I really would like to know that. Yeah. And that's it, Big Sister.
Big Sister has noted your request, Tandega.
Thank you, Big Sister.
We have come to the end of your diary session. You may now leave the diary room.
Thank you, Big Sister.